Good morning. We're starting out with a dense fog advisory this morning until 9 a.m. for Christian, Stone, and Taney counties, where visibility could get down to a quarter mile or less. We've got some clouds and some low-hanging clouds in Springfield. It's 67 degrees. That visibility is at 10 miles in Springfield and in Branson, but we've had this hole of some dense fog over Stone and Taney counties. We've got some clouds out there this morning. A couple of showers starting to get into Rolla, but more showers and storms are expected by this afternoon. It's 66 degrees in Branson and in Camdenton, and 63 degrees in Mountain Grove, a warm and muggy start. A grade of a C by dismissal. We'll have some scattered showers and storms, mostly cloudy skies with a temperature of 83 degrees. With these storms, we could have one or two strong to severe ones. Recorder-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, localized flooding probably being the bigger concern, and a very low, just not zero, tornado threat. So hour by hour, we'll keep some scattered showers and storms today. Temperatures in the lower 80s. Could set up some heavy rain to the south by this evening. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. Showers linger south by tomorrow morning with temperatures in the 60s, and then we dry out tomorrow afternoon, but just stay mostly cloudy with that temperature around 81. We could get 1 to 2 inches of rain to drop very quickly south of the interstate as that front slows down, so I'll have to again keep tabs on that one. Some showers early on Thursday, mostly cloudy in the afternoon, warming up and feeling summery again on Friday. Joe, Lauren.
Every year, more than 2,000 Americans are killed or injured after doing things they probably shouldn't be doing around train tracks.
To raise awareness, it is Rail Safety Week, and Hannah Zettel is live out there with some safety tips to stop those track tragedies.
Well, that's right. This year's railroad safety campaign is called Clear the Track, and this week law enforcement is taking extra time to remind people of exactly that, to clear the track. Now, here in Missouri, about 45 people are killed or harmed in railroad crossing accidents every year. Walking or driving around a gate, stopping directly on the tracks, and taking photos on railways are some of the main ways that these track tragedies do occur. But some incidents are truly accidents. Most railroad crossings in rural Missouri towns do not have gates or flashing lights at all, and drivers must come to a complete stop, listen for a train, and look both ways before crossing those tracks. Lawrence County Sheriff Brad DeLay says railroad accidents are all too common in that area, and he hopes raising awareness will help.
And unfortunately, in Lawrence County, we have had our recent experiences with people trying to run those and unfortunately ending up in some fatalities. Several of those have been down around the Marionville, Aurora area along Highway 60 and the railways through there. So again, we've been partnering up with several railroads, and our purpose is to simply place deputies at different railroad crossings in the area.
And for those people who do think that they can beat the train, go around that rail, whether they think they're saving time, whether they want that adrenaline rush, the sheriff's office just wants to remind people, chances are you will not be able to beat that train. It comes up a lot faster than you think it does. And here is a railroad refresher for everybody. When you are stopped at a gate like this one, it is best to stay about 15 feet away from that gate. That is the safest amount of distance to put between yourself and those tracks when the train is crossing. Reporting in Springfield, Hannah Zettel, Ozarks First.
Thank you, Hannah. With your right to know now, a man is at large and a woman in custody after a nearly 10-hour standoff in Springfield yesterday. Nicholas Gibson and Ruth Blair are accused of killing Michael Bender back in July in Tulsa. Police got a tip that they were both staying at a home in West Springfield, but after a standoff, no one was inside the house. Blair was found nearby the home and taken into custody. If you have any information on Gibson, you're asked to contact the authorities.
We also have new information from law enforcement on a story we first brought you yesterday. It's a situation that started as an animal rescue but turned into a death sentence for more than 100 pets. 49-year-old Tiffany Woodington is charged with 10 counts of felony animal abuse after her husband was arrested in Texas for animal abuse charges as well. The couple was running a nonprofit called All Accounted For. In Benton County, authorities found 38 dogs and a cat alive in bad conditions, covered in feces, lacking food and water. But at one of the locations in Cole Camp, Benton County Sheriff Eric Knox says a deputy discovered around 120 dead dogs on that property. That was all between a house, shed, and an old bus.
Very, very quickly realized that there was, 2 and 3 animals in some of the kennels that had become one, if you will, with the decay. So they estimate somewhere upwards of 120 animals that were deceased.
The surviving animals are in the care of the Missouri Humane Society with the goal of being rehabbed and then either rehomed or reunited with their original owners.
In some education coverage, Missouri State now has a new lab to help students prep for future jobs. New research opportunities are available at MSU's brand new Innovation Lab. Some of the features that come with this are 3D printing and virtual reality, robotic tool simulations, even a topography map. These are all computer-driven that anyone can access. The funding for this comes from various places, including the university, library, and the provost's office. Dr. Frank Einaleg says this lab is important because it will help prep students for future careers.
I think that it's important to make the connection to the fact that many of our students will go out into workplaces that are going to have some of these tools. So, you know, art and design students are going to be needing to utilize these things almost immediately in a workplace, but scientists are going to be needing them equally well.
And he says it's a new dimension of what libraries need to have as well. It's not just for students. Faculty and staff can use this as well, as it'll be a great asset to include in the teaching process.
Let's take a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
I'm Tony DeCopo. Coming up, Gail talks with award-winning writer Tanahashi Coates at Thomas Jefferson's Monticello, all about his highly anticipated debut novel that's coming up on CBS this morning.
And we have a few Google trends happening today. The first one is a recall that Nissan drivers will want to know about. It affects 1.23 million vehicles, including both SUVs and sedans. It's for faulty backup cams. Essentially, they're not working whenever you put the car into reverse. They're not showing up on your dash, as they should. So it affects 2018 and 2019 models, several different types of Nissans.
Important to note that you don't need to pay to get that sort of thing fixed, all right? It's under recall. Take it on in there. Also, very important right now, the House Energy and Commerce Commission is holding a vaping hearing today. A lot of talk about this over the last few weeks, right?
That is right. In fact, Massachusetts has just banned e-cigs altogether, one of just a few states to do so. They put in a temporary ban for 4 months. They have 61 potential vaping illnesses in their state.
A lot of these bans are only for a few months because they're trying to still do the research on this and see if that, you can somehow make this product just a little bit better. So yeah, all these states do have these bans, but it's all just for a few months.
Yep, some movement on the state and national level.
Right. All right. One last check of our forecast as well this morning, Elisa. How are we looking as we head out the door?
A little bit foggy to start. Some scattered showers and storms by dismissal. 83 degrees and mostly cloudy. So grab the umbrellas and take it slow on the roads this morning. Showers early tomorrow, then dry and cloudy in the afternoon at a temperature of 81. Hotter by Friday.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us here on Daybreak. Have yourself a good Wednesday.